Have you ever had a moment of pure, sudden clarity? You've been wrestling with a problem for days, maybe weeks. A complex issue at work, a tangled relationship dynamic, a creative block that feels like a concrete wall. You've been pushing, forcing, and fighting it, and getting nowhere. Then, you step away. You take a walk, you wash the dishes, you just sit and stare out a window, and in that moment of surrender it happens. The solution appears, not in pieces, but as a whole, elegant, and breathtakingly simple insight. The clouds part. You see the pattern, you understand the system, and you know with absolute certainty what you need to do. In that moment, you are not just a thinker. You are a channel. You have tapped into a power that feels both deeply personal and mysteriously universal. You have just had a visitation from one of the most powerful and misunderstood archetypes of the human psyche, the magician. When we hear the word magician, we often think of stagecraft and illusion. We think of rabbits pulled from hats and women sawn in half. But the archetypal magician has nothing to do with tricks. The true magician is a master of transformation. This archetype is the part of us that seeks to understand the fundamental laws of a system, whether that system is science or art or the human heart, in order to create a new reality. The core desire of the magician is mastery, not for the sake of power over others, but for the power to manifest a vision. The magician's greatest fear is not failure, but unintended negative consequences. They know that wielding great power requires great wisdom, and a miscalculation can be catastrophic. Today, we are going to unlock the magician within. We will explore its incredible power for creation, its dangerous and seductive shadow, and how you can begin to cultivate this force of mastery and transformation in your own life. The magician is the great architect of change. It is the part of the human spirit that is not content to simply exist in the world as it is. It is driven by a profound need to understand the hidden workings of reality, the invisible architecture that underlies everything. The magician is a seeker of secret knowledge, not for its own sake, but for its application. We see this archetype everywhere, often in disguise. The brilliant scientist in a lab, manipulating the laws of physics to cure a disease, is a magician. The visionary tech entrepreneur who sees a future no one else can imagine and then builds the code to make it real is a magician. The skilled therapist who can listen to a client's chaotic story and, with a single perfectly timed question, illuminate a hidden pattern and unlock a path to healing is a magician. The master chef who understands the secret chemistry of ingredients and combines them to create an experience of transcendent flavor is a magician. The magician does not work through brute force. Its power is not that of the warrior, who conquers with strength. Its power is subtle, precise, and based on a deep understanding of cause and effect. The magician's tool is a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. It is the archetype that understands leverage, how a small, precise action at the right point in a system can create a massive, transformative change. To do this, the magician archetype operates through three key principles. First is the acquisition of deep knowledge. A true magician is a perpetual student. They have an insatiable curiosity and a reverence for the craft. Before they can bend the rules, they must master them. They spend the long, unglamorous hours in the library, in the lab, in the studio, practicing their scales, learning the fundamentals, and taking apart the machinery of their chosen field until they understand it at an intuitive level. This deep knowledge is the foundation of their power. It is what separates true mastery from wishful thinking. Second is the cultivation of a powerful vision. The magician is a visionary. They have the ability to hold a clear, focused image of a desired future in their mind's eye. This is not mere daydreaming. It is an act of profound creative concentration. While others see only the problems of the present, the magician sees the possibilities of the future. This vision acts as a North Star, a guiding principle that informs every decision and aligns every action. It is the blueprint for the new reality they intend to manifest. And third is the art of aligned action. This is where knowledge and vision come together. The magician is a master of focus and intention. They do not waste energy. They learn to channel their resources, their time, their attention, their will, like a laser beam toward their vision. They understand timing. They know when to act and when to wait. Their actions are not random. They are strategic, deliberate, and aligned with the natural flow of the system they are working within. This alignment is what makes their work seem effortless, even magical to an outside observer. When this archetype is active and balanced in our lives, it is an incredible force for good. It allows us to solve complex problems, to create things of beauty and value, and to transform our own lives and the lives of others. It is the power to turn a vision into reality. But like all great archetypes, the magician has a dark side, a deep and dangerous shadow, and the line between the magician and its shadow is terrifyingly thin. It is the line between mastery and manipulation. The primary shadow of the magician is the manipulator. The manipulator is the one who has acquired the deep knowledge and the skills of the magician, but uses them for purely selfish, egotistical, and often destructive ends. They understand the system, but they use that understanding to exploit it, not to heal or improve it. Their vision is not of a better world, but of their own personal gain and dominance. We see this shadow everywhere. The charismatic cult leader who uses deep psychological knowledge to control their followers. The slick con artist who uses their understanding of human desire and fear to swindle people out of their life savings. The cynical marketing guru who uses data and cognitive biases to create addictive and harmful products. The politician who uses rhetoric and misinformation to sow division and cling to power. The manipulator is a hollow figure. They may be successful in the short term, but their creations are built on a foundation of deceit and ultimately lead to ruin. They are the ghost in the machine, the trickster who offers a poisoned apple. They are a warning that knowledge without wisdom and power without ethics is one of the most dangerous forces on earth. There is a second shadow of the magician, a more subtle but equally tragic one, the detached sorcerer. This is the magician who falls in love with knowledge for its own sake, to the point where they become disconnected from their own heart and from humanity itself. They retreat into their ivory tower of intellect, looking down on the messy, emotional world below. This is the brilliant academic who can deconstruct a poem but cannot connect with another human being. This is the engineer who can build an elegant algorithm but never considers its social consequences. This is the tragic story of the scientist who becomes so obsessed with the what if of their creation that they fail to ask, should we? The detached sorcerer gains the whole world of knowledge, but loses their own soul. Their magic becomes cold, sterile, and lifeless. They forget that the ultimate purpose of all knowledge is to serve life. So how do we unlock the incredible power of the magician within us, without falling prey to its seductive shadows? How do we become masters of transformation in our own lives? The journey involves a conscious and deliberate practice. The first step, paradoxically, is to embrace humility. You must become a willing student. This is the principle of beginner's mind. No matter how much you think you know, you must approach your chosen craft with a sense of wonder and a deep respect for its complexity. The shadow manipulator believes they already know everything. The true magician knows that they are always just scratching the surface. So, pick your domain. What is the magic you want to learn? Is it the magic of coding, of cooking, of gardening, of understanding the human psyche, of building a business? Choose your path, and then walk it with the humble dedication of an apprentice. Second, you must clarify your vision, and then relentlessly question your intention. This is the great safeguard against the shadow. Hold the image of what you want to create in your mind. A successful business, a healed relationship, a beautiful piece of art, a healthier body. Now, ask yourself the most important question. Why? Why do I want this? Is it to serve my ego, to prove my worth, to gain power over others? Or is it to create something of genuine value, to express a deep truth, to alleviate suffering, to contribute to the world? Be brutally honest with yourself. This constant questioning of your own motives is the ethical compass that keeps the magician on the path of light. Third, practice the art of focused action and detached observation. This means breaking your grand vision down into small, manageable, daily practices. The magician's power is built through consistency. But as you act, you must also watch. Observe the results of your actions without ego. Are you getting closer to your vision? Is your strategy working? The world will give you feedback. The magician is not rigid. They are a scientist in the laboratory of their own life. They experiment, they observe, they learn, and they adjust their approach based on the data. They are not attached to one right way. They are committed to what works. And finally, you must learn to work with the magic of surrender. This is the highest and most difficult art. The shadow magician, the manipulator, tries to control everything. They believe their will is the only force that matters. The true magician understands that they are a co-creator with a much larger system. They do their part, they learn, they envision, they act with intention, and then they let go. They create a space for insight, for synchronicity, for the unexpected. Aha moment to arrive. They know that the greatest solutions and the most profound transformations often come not from forcing, but from allowing. The magician archetype is a call to awaken to your own creative power. It is an invitation to stop being a passive consumer of your reality and to become an active participant in its creation. It is the understanding that your consciousness, your focused attention, your clear intention, your deep knowledge, is the most powerful transformative tool you will ever possess. The journey of the magician is the journey from victim to creator. It is the path of taking the raw, chaotic materials of your life and through wisdom, vision, and skill, transforming them into a work of art. The magic is not out there in some ancient book of spells. It is in you. It is your innate human capacity to learn, to envision, and to create. It is waiting in the quiet moments of insight, in the deep hours of practice, in the courageous act of bringing a new idea to life. Unlock it, and you will unlock your own power to change the world.